Sentinels.
Contact into B. Knife.
Camera taken.
Sees if anyone's close by.
Oh,
But here's the counter push.
The disrespect from Durka to go head first for that. Zekken is going to quell that and punish him for the disrespect, but he claims Sarsi's life. It makes it trickier now to get towards this B site.
4-on-4. A little bit of a pause, but Sentinel's still trying to get out of this site. There's nothing really to stop them from getting out here. Hero on an off angle.
But if Alpha gets the contact, does Hero then swing? It looked like that was the intention. They should note his position here. The flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's TenZ though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from Market. Zekken kicking it up a gear. Now just on Boaster in the 1v2. Paint shell in play still for Zekken. Boaster to walk back in, and Zekken looking lethal. The timing, it's right. Sentinels answer back perfectly. Pistol is theirs.
Take you on a wild goose chase because right now, if Fnatic move away from that spike, they need to tie to that at the end of the round here.
This is smart. This is really smart from JohnQT. I think Hero knows that he has to kind of fall back towards that B side. Looking like he wants to try and approach through Market, or at least go out that way. Okay.
Zelsys next.
I mean, how much can they really cost him here? I'm looking at... It's really, yeah, Zelsys who's on the chopping block. TenZ going to take away Hero. Zelsys got to be really careful. Yeah, keeps cool, but he's got an army flooding him. That is...
But Fnatic haven't found out exactly where to go yet. They're playing that retake. 4-on-4. They have their smoke still.
So they've conceded the B site control. They've given that over towards Sentinels. You see Zekken on guard duty, basically rocket in hand, ready. Not going to get anything for it. As Fnatic starting to flood back in through Market. One splitting off his Boaster. Still going to have util in the backlines from JohnQT to deny that being a comfortable position to pressure from. And how are you meant to dissuade the players on the site? You can't! When TenZ does that! Back-to-back brilliance from the man. Chronicle and Durka brought to their knees. Boaster and Alpha, options have gone.
They just need a save now. They realize Sentinels.
Zekken looking for the player. Trade does go down, and yeah, these rounds are getting close, but that's a bonus converted. That is a bonus for Sentinels. Step by step, closing up the scoreboard now, 7-8.
The whole way through, you can't really know what's going to happen until the very last second, and even then, you don't even know. The back and forth, just the way that the rounds are traded out like this.
Absolute maestro of the downfall of Fnatic in that round. However, still in the lead overall, Boaster really pressured in that. And we've got pressure on two fronts, really. Oh, but Zelsys deals with Durka. Sends him away and falls off this.
A minute to play with, a 5 versus 4. And a good read, understanding exactly how Fnatic's trying to do this push and pull every time they're trying to take B main and re-aggress into their Sentinels, waiting, ready to punish that. Now another retake potentially for Fnatic, this time in a 4 versus 5.
A little uncomfy there, but all good. Should be able to get the plant now. They're looking at what they've got for the retake. Bulldog.
Spike planted.
Still there for Boaster. SMG for Chronicle.
They have that dart that can smoke off elbow, aftershock out that default box. This is doable for Fnatic. It needs to be perfect though. Boaster trying to take that timing in.
Actually, he's gone in the door. Zekken sends him away though, and now they're struggling, now they're capitulating, now they're falling to pieces. Sentinels coming together when it matters most. 11 potentially now. Destined to be a close game between these two. Chronicle can do nothing really. Yeah, he might find one, but unless they completely leave the site, it means nothing. Take a couple bodies, sure. Make it hurt. But the real gut punch of it all for Fnatic will be that it's 11-11 Sentinels back in this. And watching JohnQT is like watching a master at work. He has called a fantastic half for this side.
That's Alpha affected. No stun, no flash. The time is ticking.
Fnatic running this incredibly low. Again, the ult. Okay, it's going to be down to the wire, but TenZ unaffected. Maybe his moment to shine, but forced away. 24 HP, he leans forward, and he just brushes his shoulders. What? It still gets a body for the time. Keep in mind the clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast. JohnQT forced away. Zelsys fights back, and Sentinels make it up to 12. Down to the wire. OT on map 1 in the hands of Sentinels.
Right here.
Chronicle with the ult.
Take flight.
On the other side, TenZ still has his, but nowhere near as influential. And the Owl drone, does it catch a pixel? Absolutely not. Not going to see what he wants this time.
Not ready yet.
It's a very early reclear. And if he's alone here, it's going to be dangerous for him to pop out. Oh, he's just going to do a blind.
Oh my god, it could be devastating, but he doesn't catch.
No.
Just about caught second. How much does that tell them? And then it falls into the one man's hands who could be the threat, who could be the downfall. How diligent are they? It doesn't matter, he still gets one.
Big shock.
Oh, Chronicle, where was that? Out of nowhere, catching Sassy on the shock dart. And suddenly, they're left in pieces, fractured on the way forward. TenZ, John QT and Zelsis, you talk about impact players, you got them in this though.
I'm looking at TenZ's ultimate. On a round like this is where you want to try to find your footing into a site and pop that ultimate if you need it back out. Right now, Zelsis is trying to figure out how he can disrupt this retake, the rotations, but deciding to move together here. John QT versus Hero is going to be a big duel towards B, but it's a defense on market. They don't care about the site.
The first fight, TenZ trying to lead the fray. John QT, TenZ, back-to-back impact. TP to the site, plant up next, and suddenly the record is flipped. And now you're down to Alpha and Chronicle. Again, impact sure, but in a moment like this, can you pull it through? Zelsis hops away, he keeps himself alive. Information aplenty, they now know what they're up against, and TenZ's timing could be heaven sent. But no, they skip around, they go towards site, one towards main, one on pillar, one CT. Hard to find fair fights, and John QT prowling, waiting. Chronicle finds Zelsis, but the time is ticking, and TenZ is on the way. The camera comes up, they want to get it towards half. They might just do it, but TenZ, the bully of the big boys, afraid of no one, shuts out map 1, 13-11. Sentinels lead in the series.
TenZ, such a slow start to the game, is able to close it out with a 2K in the back, and Sentinels looking for a moment there, like it was a questionable pick for them to go into Sunset, and suddenly they turn it around, close it out.
I really like what's around there. We talk about the pendulum swinging at the start. Well, it's right back in SEN's court, isn't it? The momentum shift. Could be right there, right then. And they're trying to not give away the buckies, right? Using the classics to deal with the prowlers, trying to keep this a little bit under lock and key.
But still, that's 2 prowlers down just to get that information at B. They didn't even get the space off the back of it. They have that A control, probably. They have all of C mound. But Alpha, with his bucky here, waiting to strike, to get one and leave.
Nah. Wait, Hero? Nah, okay, a nice try, but SEN keeping stable. This is good for them. Find the tempo, control the game. Nice paint shot. That could have done some damage, and it did actually. Durka dives in. SEN are heating up here. Taking the lead now. Looking sharp. And Fnatic, what's your answer?
Oh, Saucy picking them off.
They took one timeout and they look right back into it, but they might be taken out again. Zekken leads the fray, as does TenZ. They clear through Mount, and they're away. C-site should be under SEN control. Nothing can stop them now. We might need that counter timeout from Fnatic to re-establish their control in the game themselves. This is a 5v3, and they have no step towards the site.
Alpha and Chronicle to defend against this. They're both one off of their ultimates, respectively. But already ready to do that execute. Sentinels is right at the entrance, at the cusp.
No fear from Zekken. Now, the fear of God put in by Chronicle, but he's going to be caught here. Does he get punished on this? No. Actually, an opportunity.
Bring them down.
Punishment on this C site continuing. Sassy, not going to go for the plant just yet.
Chronicle left his ultimate. He doesn't want to get spammed there, and it's going to drop.
But the rotation is going to be in. So 5 players here, and there's only 3 on the site currently for SEN. As we can see the disconnect from John QT. He's got himself waiting for that flank, potentially. Not the worst in the world, not a bad position to be in. Obviously, we know they don't. TenZ looking to get active, looking to get involved. Takes away Hero, knows about Chronicle. The Prowler to the left, but the paranoia sends him away. Oh, but TenZ, he won't fall. He stands his ground and he takes down another. And now down to Chron and Alpha, trying to play it back through. And now all down to Chronicle. He's in trouble. And you can see why. TenZ reigning supreme on the site.
Sentinels starting to run away from this. Fnatic, you have to use your timeout. There needs to be a pause. Pump the brakes. Sentinels is getting away with everything they want to get. They're grouping as 5 and taking their timing. Right now, it's within the first 30 or 40 seconds of the round, some of these rounds that Sentinels is going in. I look back a few rounds ago, they got down, they basically ran out of time. That's how Fnatic won around because there was so much indecision. But here, they walk up, they take the space. Once they have that space,
Nice!
so
Tyson!
decisive. There's
Let's
no
go,
question
Tyson!
about it. We're going in, we're taking it. Even Zekken goes in, TenZ. Carries position, but the spike actually eyeing up that front B site. Potentially a split.
Oh, the tempo, you talk about it, and Zekken's living it! He saw nothing and still got 2. How are you meant to stop this guy?
Right now, you can't. But a weapon in the hands of Alpha. Chronicle on that Sheriff as well. And that shift over to that A site. Sentinels is going there. They're going to go through that revolving door, but already Hero, Alpha on that site. Potentially being able to isolate some fights here. It all starts with the first kill.
Yeah, pre-fire on it. He's already been forced away. It's on Alpha, who tries to swing, but Sassy too aware. TenZ now in unison with Zelsis.
Spike down A.
They've claimed control of the site and a 1v3 required for
Spike
Chronicle.
planted. Placing swamp grenade.
Bye against the bonus. 2 Bulldogs Guardian. Oh,
Oh,
where the
no.
hell was that?
Spam through tree onto
Yep.
A main, and the smokes are gone for Fnatic. Just that Viper wall remains. And trying to break through. There's 3 defenders here.
Sentinels just getting stronger and stronger. It feels like the bigger the challenge, the better they get. But for now, they still have to work with lesser weaponry. It is rifles with Fnatic up against Stingers, Sheriffs, Bulldogs. And now that Guardian did pretty well, but it's the numbers, Josh. 3 of them on the site alone.
Just recycling that Viper orb. This first contact kill is pivotal. Durka doesn't get it.
No, but
Hero.
John QT will.
He's down.
C.
That's the spike. Oh, it couldn't be anywhere worse. Because now they can control it, temper it, and it feels just like a death funnel through there. What are you meant to do?
Slow motion train wreck happening here. The recycling of these, the crossfire that they have.
They can't do
34
anything.
seconds, Fnatic.
They are watching
seconds left.
their tournament life be drawn away from them second by second. It will be 11 if Sen convert this, which looks exceedingly likely. And it's an excruciating death for Fnatic here. That spike is the downfall. There is no recovering this. And the round will fade away.
10 seconds
And
left.
so will a lot of Fnatic's hopes on this one.
Sitting there, they had paint shells ready, they had paranoia ready. There was no getting through Fnatic. Chronicle.
TenZ and John QT. Are you up for this? 2 low players, maybe 3 you could argue. And it's TenZ. And it's John QT. You give them credit, you give them their respect. They are a terrifying duo. But right now they're being toyed with. No time to make mistakes. As TenZ leans in. Oh my God, is this how it goes? Is this truly how it falls away? TenZ desperately at the helm trying to do this. 5 bullets to play with and not enough. Chronicle, lifeline made. 6 rounds.
TenZ with the economy for a Vandal or an Odin, chooses the Guardian,
High
tries
pen.
to get more spam kills or at least chip damage. Comes the Viper's Pit at C. It's gonna put them off of it, but Fnatic, 4 players towards A, looking to take this control at tree.
You've got to try and get TenZ forced away from here. Revealing his new position, he has stepped further back.
Again, I look at this lockdown, I look at this Viper's Pit. If this is a B hit, this lockdown could be so devastating for Fnatic. It looks like they're eyeing that up. Alpha already at middle, ready to go. And enough pressure. He's pulled the rotation into A site. Zelsis, he doesn't care. He's gonna let them have the site. Plant, I don't care. I use my lockdown here. He's gonna flush you out. There's nothing that can stop him.
Okay, lockdown now. Plant in. What do they do with this? They can still live in the Viper's Pit if they just push through towards CT, but there's 3 players and they can spam this the hell out. It is going to be the battle of Spawn breaking out now, and second is the Warrior who's just ripping apart Fnatic. Limb by limb they fall, and this is what it comes down to, a 1v5, a desperate attempt, and the defuse will is that team.
Coming into the series, I was not expecting Sentinels to be playing as strong, well gelled together, not against a team like Fnatic that is so known for being able to set the tone of the match, deny all this, everything from happening, and they look so elated right now, getting past this obstacle, this barrier.
And the rivalry will continue. I think it's the best way to put it, and something that true Valorant fans will always look forward to when these two teams meet. A wonderful series, 3 maps. I'm so pleased we got a fantastic series here between the both of them. And Fnatic, they gave it their all. I think we can say that fairly. Chronicle, I mean, the guy had...